Hey, Iris. Do you have a moment to talk?
Right now? Sure. What's going on?
Well, this has to do with the trip we're taking starting tomorrow. Nadia is going to be coming along with us.
What? Nadia's going to be coming along with us on this trip?
That's right. After talking with Nadia yesterday about the trip we planned to take, she told me she wanted to go along with us as well. So I invited her along to join us on this fun family trip.
Wait. What do you mean you just invited her along? You saying it so casually like that is a huge problem. Tomorrow is when we're all planning on heading out.
Nadia said that she'll be ready in time for tomorrow, so we don't have to worry about her. She's already started packing while we're here speaking.
Wait, I'm not worried about the fact that she'll be packed or not for the trip. You do realize that this trip is a family trip, and that means that it's just meant to be between us and your parents, right? And, well, you're asking for a random woman to come and join us on this trip that's supposed to be only for the family. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
What do you mean, random person? Nadia is a longtime friend of mine, right? We've known each other ever since we were tiny, and she's always been around me and my family. She's pretty much a sister to me, honestly.
I'm sure to you things may seem that way between you two, but to me, I'm not really that comfortable being around her.
You don't have to be worked up over here. She's not going to do anything to you, and she won't expect anything from you either. She actually happens to be a really outgoing woman, so you and her will get along quite well, to be honest.
This is not about us communicating with one another. Tomorrow is the trip, right? We already made reservations for just 4 people to stay, and there isn't any available room for her. I'm not sure the resort will take too kindly to us just changing the amount of people we'd like to have on our reservation.
I'm sure the resort will be fine with us adding one extra person. You think they'd throw a fit over something like that? And when they bring food to our rooms every morning, they can always bring extra so she can have that. You are getting way too worked up over nothing here.
Wait, there is also the car situation. The car will only fit about 4 people into it, so she won't be able to ride with us.
Car situation. Well, let's do this. We can have Nadia ride in the car with us, and you can take the bus there or something.
What?
Well, since there can only be 4 people fit into the car, I'll be the one driving, and I'll have Nadia ride shotgun, and Mum and Dad in the back seats. So you can go ahead and take a bus there, and we'll all meet there once everyone arrives.
What? Why me?
Why you? Because Nadia doesn't know anything about the resort, and where it's at. If we have to take the bus there or something, she'd probably get lost on the way. She's not really used to travelling by herself, so it would be best for her to come with me in the car. I think you're far more used to riding buses and travelling on your own, so you go ahead and take one. Don't you feel like that's the best option here?
Huh?
Also, there's this. At the resort, you're going to be with my parents. Remember, we reserved 2 rooms in that suite there, right? One for my parents and one for you and I. Well, I'm thinking that Nadia and I will share a room, and you can be with my parents. How's that sound?
Huh? Why would you suggest something as stupid as that to me? Don't you think that she should be in a room with your parents and you and I get a room to ourselves? Why, when you and I are husband and wife, do I have to be with your parents?
What's wrong with that? Do you not want to be with my parents?
It's not that I don't want to be with them. Rather, I'm going to be thinking about how you are sharing a room with Nadia. I'm not going to do something like that. And it's not even like these rooms are going to be that big anyway, so I'm going to be smothered by both your mom and dad. This is not okay, Lucas. Anyway, I've already told you we can't just ask the resort to increase the amount of people on the reservation, right? It's too late. I'm sorry, but it's a no-go from me on having Nadia come along with us this time. Now, go tell her no.
If I went back to her now and said no, I'd feel terrible for her. She's been looking forward to this trip for the past couple of hours. It's totally fine that we'll be bringing one extra person along. If the resort does have any issues with her coming, then I'll be the one paying for her, alright? That should make you happy, right?
What? When making the plans for this whole trip, you said you wouldn't pay for any of my trip and stay, saying that it was mine to pay for. So I had to use up my bonus from this year to pay for this trip. But when it's for Nadia, you're all in on paying for her to come on the trip.
What's wrong with that? Stop trying to make it seem like you hate all of this. Now, this is all fine with you, right?
No, it's not. Let me tell you right now that Nadia is not just some normal longtime friend of yours. I've heard plenty of times from your mom that in the past you both dated for a while. So in other words, Nadia is your ex-girlfriend, right? What the heck do you think you're doing, bringing your ex-girlfriend on a family trip with both your parents and your wife? I don't think any of this is funny if it's some kind of joke. I do not want her coming along with us.
What's gotten into you? You jealous of her or something? You are such a loser for being jealous of someone like her.
This is not about me being jealous of her. This is the family trip that I had to plan out and then pay for. This is about me wondering why out of all the people you planned to bring along on this trip last minute, you chose to want to bring your ex-girlfriend. And why are we still talking about her as though you want to be around her all the time? I'm your wife. Why do you want her around you all the time on this trip when I'm the person you're supposed to love? This is all completely screwed up.
Oh, you are such a pain in my neck, Iris. I've told you already that Nadia is just a long-time friend of mine now, and that's it. And the only reason we dated in the past is because both of our families are friends with each other. Being around one another all the dang time would lead to us trying out the dating life with one another, right? And let's be honest, you came far later than her in my life. So just give it up and deal with her.
Deal with her? What? You're going to mess up all the plans I worked so hard on making the day before the trip when you never once helped me in any way setting all this up? I had to reserve the resort and pay for all that. I had to reserve all the food and pay for that, and I'm supposedly the one paying for gas. But now you want me to ride the bus there separately and then stay in a room with your mom and dad? You really think I'm just going to deal with all of that? You have no right.
Oh, jeez. You're being so freaking rude now. My mum said this was fine having Nadia join us. I just got off the phone with her a little bit ago, and she said she'd love to have Nadia on the family trip. Even my dad said it would be all right to have her tag along. So right now it's 3-1, and the three of us want her to come along.
Huh? You're telling me that both your parents are fine with all this as well? They're fine with both the car situation and the resort?
Yes, they both are. The only person that's against all of this is you, all right? Can you give up on fighting me on this and just let it be? I think it's best that you stop trying to piss me off any further, all right? I hate having to deal with jealous women with you right now.
Is that so? All right then. Then go ahead and do whatever you guys want. And as for tomorrow, I'll be taking the bus instead.
Now was that so hard? You could have just started with all that and we would have been completely fine. Now I'm going to get all your things out of the car and put them in the garage, and I'm going to let Nadia know that she can bring her stuff over whenever to put in the trunk. Thanks, Iris. Hey, wait a minute, Iris. Where is the key to the car? It's not where it normally should be. Right now, everyone is at the house ready to take off. Mom and Dad and Nadia. Since I don't have the key on me, I can't even unlock the car. Did you have any idea where it might have been left?
I happen to have it on me right now. Did you need it?
What? Wait, you're already on the way to the resort now, right? Right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm on my way to the resort right now. The bus actually arrived a little earlier than expected, so I'm just here waiting on you guys at the bus stop. Ah, and the spare key for the car is also in my purse.
What the hell were you thinking? You have both the car keys on you, which means that all of us won't be able to take the car. How are the four of us supposed to get to the resort now?
Well?
Iris, are you trying to piss me off right now?
Who do you think is more pissed off at the moment? I think that I am far more pissed off than you are, and I have been all day. This was the family trip that I put all my time into planning and then had to pay for with all my bonus. And you think that you can just start inviting whoever you want to come along a day before we leave? And what's worse is you wanted to bring along your longtime friend who also happens to be your girlfriend and have her ride in the car with you all while making me take the train? And then you want me sleeping in a small room with both your parents while you and her get to share a bed together? How much more were you going to screw with me like that, you jerk? After something like that, I'm not sure I'll be able to fathom the frickin' nerve you have. And the fact that your parents agreed with you on that says a lot of things to me. So I'm done with you being such a pain in my neck. I'm going to get a divorce from you, and then you can be with your ex-girlfriend all you want.
Well, huh? Wait, hold on, a divorce? Wait a second, calm the heck down. Do you have any idea what a divorce even is?
Are you going to keep acting like I don't know what's going on here? I know dang well what a divorce means. It will allow for you to run off with that longtime friend of yours and have the relationship you've both been wanting to have.
Wait, are you freaking kidding me right now? You actually plan on getting a divorce from me now, just over something like this?
Just over something like this? What? You think that what you've been up to is just something simple? I see. So it's just normal for you to go around flaunting your affair in front of my face like that? Well, then that's enough of me putting up with you and your dang family now. I am going to end you all. You, your parents, and that woman you've been cheating on me with.
Wait, cheating on you? Cheating on you with her? I told you that Nadia and I do not have that kind of relationship with one another. I get that we went on a date once before, but right now the two of us are just longtime friends. Nothing else. You're way too crazy about all this stuff.
I am? Do you think that I have no clue about what's been going on with you and her? I have heard a lot from that longtime friend of yours, Lucas, about how when you say you have to work overtime, you're really up to something else. I've heard all the details about it because I receive a text about it every time. Sending me pictures every single time you both are together, bragging about how she gets to be with you.
What?
At the start of all this, I didn't want to think it was anything significant. But recently, things with her have only been getting worse. Sending me pictures of you both sleeping on bed together naked, and some of you both hanging out in different hotel rooms together.
What? Wait, are you serious? No, wait.
I've gone ahead and saved all those pictures to my phone, and now I have all the proof I need of you and Nadia being more than just longtime friends. And not just the photos, but screenshots of her bragging to me about what you both were up to. And recorded voicemails you sent me saying that you'd have to stay at work late again. With all this evidence I have, I could send you right to hell. Go ahead and start getting all your money in order. You're going to need it for the settlement I'm asking for. I plan to get in touch with a lawyer really soon here.
No, hold on for just a minute. You have this all completely wrong, all right? I'm literally nothing to Nadia besides a friend, and that goes both ways with us. You are the woman I love the most, and only you, all right? So, let's just both calm down a bit here. We can both take some time to breathe and talk all this through.
I'm already quite calm, actually, besides the occasional anger. Also, when you say that I'm the woman you love the most, that must mean there is another woman you love the second most, right? And maybe even a third? People that cheat really don't know how to phrase what they want to say properly, do they?
You're wrong. You have this all wrong. Hey, can we please take a moment to discuss all of this in person? We can all get on the bus right now and meet you there to talk this all over.
Well, if you want to come all the way out here, then be my guest. But there's no place for you guys to stay out here, all right?
What? Wait, but we still have the other room, right? We reserved 2 rooms for the 5 of us.
The 5 of us? I only ever reserved 1 room. And it's a larger room for my sister and my parents to all stay in with me. Well, I had always planned for us to all share one large family room, but I didn't want to waste it all on myself. There would also be way too much food for just me to eat, so I asked my parents and my older sister to come out and stay with me. So even if you did come on the next bus, there wouldn't be a room here open for you guys. And since it's the middle of spring break, I'm not so sure you'll find a room at any of the hotels or resorts here. But if you all really want to come out here, then get ready to sleep out in a park somewhere.
What? Iris, that's... You asked your family to come along without asking me for permission first? This is supposed to be a trip for my family to go on.
Wow, have the tables really turned on you or what? Who was the one that invited a complete stranger on this family trip without ever asking me first? Go ahead and get mad at me all you want for this, but this has made us even now. Remember when I said I wasn't going to let this all happen anymore? Well, here we are. I'm no longer taking any of your crap, and I'm going to be serving what you've given me right back.
Wait, no way. I'm telling you that I really have not been cheating on you.
Go ahead and keep saying that to me. I love watching you freak out like a little ant drowning in water. Just know that you saying you've not been cheating isn't going to do anything for you. I have loads of evidence that says otherwise.
No, you seriously are making a huge mistake right now. Just freaking believe me.
All you have to say to me anymore is that I'm the one who's misunderstanding things, and not once have you apologized to me yet. I guess even now, while you're caught red-handed, you still think everything you've done isn't wrong?
Wait, no. Sorry. I made a big mistake this time. I'm so dang sorry for everything I did to you recently.
I asked for an apology from you, not this shallow and heartless BS. When I'm done spending time with my family here, I'll get to work on the divorce. So until then, can you sit tight and be quiet for me? I'm really excited to relax at this amazing resort that I picked out. And I don't need to keep having my phone go off about something that's not my fault.
Wait.
See you, Lucas. I was then able to meet up with my mom, dad, and my sister, and the four of us were able to enjoy the resort while eating amazing foods and drinking lots of alcohol. I guess it really is the most fun when you go on trips with those you can love and trust. After our stay at the resort was over, I went home with both my parents, and there I got in touch with a lawyer to start working on the divorce. I started showing all the evidence I had of Lucas cheating on me with Nadia, and the whole meeting with my lawyer went by smoother than butter. Both Lucas and his parents came to my parents' house begging for me to not go through with the divorce. But I wasn't going to have it, and made sure to divorce Lucas while also getting a settlement from both him and Nadia. And what do you know? 2 months after the divorce, Lucas and Nadia got married to one another. But when it came to Nadia, she may have been a really good lover to Lucas, but as his wife, she was a no-go. And once again, due to cheating, the relationship they had went cold in half a year. Then Lucas tried to get back in touch with me, trying to get me to come back to his side and marry him. But by that point in time, I was with another man that my older sister had introduced me to. And when I told him I was already married, he shut up and would never talk to me again after that. I really hope he realizes nobody's going to want him around them when he thinks it's all right to invite another woman on a family trip with his wife and parents. Luckily for me, I have a new husband now who is both really kind to me and treats me as though I'm his equal. And from here on, I'm going to forget about that idiot ex of mine and put all my head into thinking about my true love.
Alyssa, I'm calling off our marriage. I've decided to marry your sister.
What? Martin? What are you saying all of a sudden?
I've never seen someone as beautiful as her. I met your family for the first time to announce our marriage, but I had no idea you had such a beautiful sister. I just couldn't take my eyes off her.
Oh, I'm so stunned. I don't know what to say. Sure, my sister Miranda has always been beautiful and popular, but I never thought even my fiancé would fall for her.
I'm marrying Miranda. I'd be bragging to all my friends if I could marry such a beautiful woman.
You're already making the assumption that you'll marry Miranda, but you're not thinking straight right now. You are going to marry me, right, Martin? That's why you came here today, to announce our marriage to my family. Besides, Miranda would be surprised if her sister's fiancé made a pass at her.
Huh? She was the one who made a pass at me in the first place.
What?
She sneaked up on me when we were about to leave. She said she wanted to marry me and asked me to reconsider marrying you and to choose her. I had no idea she was that aggressive on top of being beautiful. She's more and more my type.
Wait a minute. You're kidding, right? Miranda did that to you?
Miranda and I want each other. So we're getting married. I don't need you anymore.
Oh no. I never thought my sister would steal my fiancé away from me. I don't know what to tell my parents, who are so happy to hear the news today.
I don't know. Just tell them the truth. My sister is marrying him, not me, or something. My parents own a big company, and I'm their son. I don't think your parents would care much as long as one of their daughters ends up marrying into a wealthy family.
What?
And my parents have a soft spot for me, because I'm their only child. If I told them I found the woman of my dreams, they'd understand. In fact, they'll surely be overjoyed that the beautiful Miranda is going to be their daughter-in-law.
No way. This is the most insane engagement breakup I've ever heard of. Both my parents and your parents would be totally against it.
Oh, I just got a text from Miranda. She says your parents aren't mad at all. In fact, they're happy because, unlike their ugly older daughter, they can brag about the pretty younger daughter all they want.
What?
They're so proud that their daughter is marrying a Saiyan. They wanted to tell everyone about it, but they held back so that people wouldn't say anything negative about you. But if it's Miranda, the beautiful one, marrying a Saiyan, everyone would praise her and say they're a perfect match. They're so excited, saying, now we can brag about it all the time.
Huh?
So please, break up with me now. I know you no longer have a chance at marrying into a wealthy family, but good luck finding another guy.
Hey, Miranda. Are you really going to marry Martin? I didn't expect you to mess with your sister's fiancé. I just wanted him so bad. What's wrong with taking what you want? Hey, what's with that attitude? Just now, Martin asked me to break up with him. It was right after we had just announced our marriage to our parents. How dare you ruin your sister's marriage? But those parents aren't mad at me at all. They said I was a better match for him than my ugly sister. They can't wait to see me in my gorgeous wedding dress. What? It's a miracle that you got engaged to Martin in the first place. You have small eyes and a big nose. It's absurd that my ugly sister gets to marry a man like him. It's rather annoying, so you deserve to be robbed. Huh? Unlike you, I'm a pretty girl with good looks. In middle and high school, I went out with the hottest guys in school. I always get direct mails from entertainment agencies on my SNS account. That's why I was constantly looking for a man who was worthy of my beauty. And yet, my ugly sister almost got married before I did. Plus, with a Saiyan. No way. Why can't I get married first? What's the problem with my fiancé being a Saiyan? Those are both big problems. I've never heard of an ugly girl becoming happier than a beautiful girl. Besides, you're the ugliest of the ugly. You never even made an effort to be beautiful. That's rude. I am making efforts to be beautiful. You only use cheap cosmetics and wear thrift shop clothes. Even though you're ugly, you don't spend any money on your beauty. What part of this do you think is making efforts? That's because even if I buy expensive stuff, you steal them all. Huh? You say it's too good for an ugly girl. You barge into my room and take whatever you want. That's why I have to buy cheap stuff. Even if it's cheap, I buy things after carefully researching the ingredients or how to wear it. It's just casting pearls to swine, even if ugly girls wear expensive things. I'm just always teaching my sister how to live as an ugly girl. And now, you try to marry a Saiyan. You really like to aim high, don't you? You always want things that don't match your level. I beg your pardon? Why did Martin want to marry you? He's the son of a big company CEO, and he could have chosen any girl he wants. Why would he go through the trouble of choosing an ugly girl like you? At least I have more common sense than you. I'm not as pretty as you, but I'm better at everything else. What? You've been playing around with guys ever since middle school. Even though you had the hottest guy in school as your boyfriend, you would continue to flirt with other guys. You often skipped school and stayed over at guys' houses all the time. A beautiful woman doesn't need to study. A beautiful woman can live without such things. The men offer you money, delicious food, and whatever you want. Unlike you, I've put in a lot of effort. Even though people call me a book-smart ugly, I kept studying. I remember you staying up late studying every night. Thanks to that, I got into Harvard, and now I'm working for a major financial company. I'm getting paid for the results I've achieved. His parents praised me for buying a house at my age. Don't get carried away just because you have a good educational background and high income. In fact, I feel sorry for you. I can't believe you have to work so hard to be happy because you're ugly. What? I'm sorry that I can get married so easily because I'm pretty. You have to study so hard and work so hard even to just get married. But a pretty girl can get married to a wealthy man with just a smile. So it's a piece of cake. You really can't stop making fun of me. Isn't that why you exist? You're here to show me how miserable and pathetic you are, and teach me not to be like you. Huh? Continue to show me the miserable life of ugly people. I'll enjoy the elegant life of a winner as I watch you. The scion with status and money deserves to be the husband of a beautiful woman like me. I'm the one who gets the golden opportunity. I'm sorry for you. What? I didn't think I'd be able to get away like this. Frankly speaking, I'm glad. Please, take care of Martin and his family. What do you mean? I don't understand what you just said. How can you be happy about losing this golden opportunity? Why do you feel sorry for me? I'm about to walk down the victory road. That's no golden opportunity for you, Miranda, but rather a disaster. That's why I took pity on you and said, I'm sorry for you. Huh? Disaster? I'm getting married to a scion of a big company. How can a marriage like that be a disaster? Scion of a big company sounds great, but his family's company is on the verge of collapse. There's nothing left to brag about except the name of the company. What? Well, I work for a major financial firm. I did some research on the company and found out hidden information. They've been asking around for funding since the beginning of this year. They must be struggling financially. Wait a minute. That means they're borrowing money from banks, right? In short, debts? That's right. The company has been in the red so long, they don't have any more money. What? That's why they're borrowing money to keep the company afloat, hoping that one day it will turn profitable. Huh? Really? What the heck is going on? Why does a major company have to go into debt? Isn't Martin's family rich? A foreign company in the same industry has entered the domestic market. That's why their sales have been declining. And to deal with that, they started a new business. But that didn't go well either, and they're losing a lot of money. Really? I was surprised when I first found out about it too. And I heard it when we went to announce our marriage to his parents. What? Last month, I went to Martin's parents' house to say hi. They made me feel very welcome, and I was very happy. But when I returned to retrieve an item I'd left behind, I heard them say, "She's ugly, but she's got money, so I'm sure we can use her to our benefit." What? As soon as she marries our son, let's get her to borrow as much money as she can. Even if the company goes under, we'll still have her house. She's going to take care of us all, they said. His parents are trying to get his son to marry me for money. What? His parents would do that? I immediately questioned Martin. But he didn't seem to know anything about the company's situation. He just laughed and said, "How can my parents be in the red? He's just the CEO's son and has nothing to do with the company." Is that so? The groom doesn't know anything about the company he's going to take over in the future. And his parents only see their daughter-in-law as a tool for money. I was beginning to get anxious and thinking of quitting the marriage. But I thought to myself, I decided to marry him, so I shouldn't give up on this situation right away. Maybe I can help rebuild this company. Oh no. I thought that if I married Martin, my life would be safe and sound. I didn't know that the company was on the verge of bankruptcy. When I heard you guys were getting married, instead of being sad, somewhere deep inside, I was happy. I didn't realize it then, but now I know. It made me realize that I wanted to cancel the marriage. No, I still don't believe you. This is just an accusation by you, because you were dumped, of course. Huh? You're trying to make me break up with him by making me feel insecure. And you're trying to get back together with Martin. I'm sorry, but I'm not playing into your hands. I don't care what you think. Do whatever you want. But I don't care whatever happens to you.
What should I do, Alyssa? My parents smacked me with all their might. When I told them that I'm getting married to your sister Miranda, they said, "A pretty face won't bring us money." I never knew that our family business was in trouble. How can they suddenly get upset when they didn't tell me anything?
Your parents, who were supposed to be happy for you, were furious.
I had no idea our company was in the red. I don't know what to do. Suddenly being told something like this, they were furious with me saying, "You're the successor, but you've done unnecessary things." I don't want to take over the company if it's in the red like this.
Don't say that. You've had a lot of fun with the title of Scion up to now. You and Miranda should work hard together as the successor couple.
But Miranda didn't go to college, right?
She didn't go to college because she was too busy playing with guys. After graduation, she kept changing her job to accommodate her boyfriends. She's beautiful, but she only makes about $1,000 a month.
What? That low?
She insists that beautiful women only do easy jobs. She doesn't take her job seriously. And even if she doesn't have money, she says she's fine because she's beautiful. She begs men for food and money.
Seriously? She has no academic background. Her salary is low, and she has no desire to work. Oh, come on. How can she become my wife like this?
Oh, but you're getting married because you want each other, right? What's wrong with you all of a sudden?
Oh, no. That's...
I know it's tough, but you two work hard together. Bye then. It sucks. I didn't know the company was in such a bad situation. If this was the case, I shouldn't have married him on the spur of the moment.
What? Why did you marry him?
You both knew his family's company was in the red. We did it on the spur of the moment. Martin said, I'm going to show you how serious I am. I've got the blood of a business owner in me, so I'll be fine. I've got a beautiful goddess with me, so we'll get over this crisis. I believed him and registered for marriage. Wow. And when we announced the marriage to his parents, they were so surprised that they collapsed. Martin also started to regret his decision, saying that the company was in a worse situation than he had imagined. What? Now he and his parents are trying to force me to work for them. They told me to go and earn money at Hooters using my looks. It's unbelievable. I can't believe they would say such a thing to his wife. That's how desperate they are. After all, for that family, a daughter-in-law is just a useful toy for the family. You just have to be pragmatic and work hard. You're a beautiful woman, so make the most out of it and do your best. I don't know what to do. I went to the interview to get the job, but I was rejected. What? You were rejected? I was rejected just because I had nothing more than good looks. They said I didn't have what it takes to entertain the customers. The fact that I never worked seriously before and have been changing jobs frequently gave them a negative impression about me. They thought girls like me are likely to break rules and arrive late, so there's no merit in hiring me. Oh my gosh, that's an unexpected turn of events. And what pissed me off the most was that the manager treated me like I was average. I asked him if I could earn twice as much as the others because I'm pretty. Then he said, the other girls have just as good looks as yours. You took that job so lightly, and the manager saw it through. It's very hard to entertain people while serving food and drinks to multiple tables. The girls who work there and get a lot of tips are working extremely hard. How can you think you can earn so much when you haven't even worked seriously before? Huh? Are you saying I'm crazy? The only person who doesn't think you're crazy is you. The only things good about you are your looks. The rest of you need huge improvements. What did you just say? I feel really sorry about all this. But you chose to marry him, even if it was just a spur-of-the-moment thing. You should support him and his family as his wife. Well then, I wish you and Martin a long and happy life together. Martin's parents retired and he officially took over the company. However, instead of reducing the deficit only grew larger. The number of employees started decreasing. Rumor has it that the company will be absorbed by a rival company. Miranda managed to get a job at a sketchy bar. There also seems to be a man who looks just like Martin in that bar who cleans the tables. And Martin's parents are always seen at McDonald's with coupons in their hands. I never thought the family of a scion and my sister, who were so arrogant, would end up like this. I'm going to take them as a bad example and live a steady life.